Hey friends, Megan McIntosh here. Welcome to this video. Today I am very excited about this topic because a lot of people do not have time to do all the things that they need to do in their day. And so that's why I'm going to be talking about social media sales time secrets. Okay, so we're going to talk about social media sales secrets that save you time. All right, so if you're there, let me know. Please drop a 1 down below. If you're watching right now, drop it down below in the comments. If you're watching the replay, please drop a 2 down below in the comments. You could also do hashtag replay if you feel like it. So one of the reasons why I wanted to talk about this topic is because a lot of people that are building an online business, oftentimes when they're first getting started, they feel overwhelmed with all the things that they have to do, right? All the marketing, all the sales activities, and all the different social media platforms. Which one should you be on? Which one should you not be on? How do you get clients doing this? And I know it can get very overwhelming because not only are you trying to do the marketing and the sales, but you probably also have some clients. Maybe you have to do your accounting and operations, customer service. There's so many different moving parts to running a business. And so it can feel like, whoa, I have so many things to do. How do I do this all in one day? And a lot of people that I know that come to coach with me often are building their businesses with kids at home. With the pandemic, I know in 2020 and even 2021, some kids are still at home, which can be hard. Maybe you're at home with your spouse or your partner and you're both working from home and it's a different way to work. It could also be that you're still juggling your 9 to 5. So there's all these things that take our time away that we don't think about, right? House things. So today was a very busy day. Like, it was pretty crazy. So first off, our dryer broke. So the guy came to fix our dryer today. So that took a little bit of time. And also the phone network was down in all of Toronto for a specific network. So I'm on Fido and there's this other network called Rogers. I guess they're kind of connected. And since the morning, the phone network was down and was kind of acting very strange today. It's all in the news. So funny thing is, though, I didn't even notice until about an hour ago when I had to go to the store and pick something up for Devin. And I was trying to call him from the store to be like, hey, is this what you wanted? And it said no service. I'm like, no service? That's weird. Why is it saying no service? So I went outside, turned my phone back on and off, still said no service, got home, no service. And I messaged my friends. What do you do when your phone says no service? And they said there's been no service in the Toronto area since 8 a.m. I'm like, oh, shows how much I use my actual phone, right? I use the internet so much more because my phone was letting me use my internet app. So I didn't notice anything. I noticed a couple weird things on text messages not coming through, but I also use WhatsApp which is internet based. And what else do I use? I use Messenger, and I use different things. So it really didn't make a big deal. It just goes to show how much we use the internet and online for our business, right? And for our work. Because most of the stuff I do is over email, which is the internet. It's not the actual phone. I do it over Messenger or WhatsApp, and I also use Trello and Google Docs. Actually, my Google Docs was doing weird things today too, and my computer was doing odd things, which I don't think had anything to do with the phone network. But anyway, so we're bombarded, right? We have things that are coming to us all the time, and also we want to get our goals done. So today, before it rained, I wanted to make sure I got a workout in outside. So I did that at lunchtime. We have a mini gym that we've set up in our backyard just because of COVID, right? And so we turned our back shed into a gym, and we have a really good backyard for working out. So I was doing that, and then it started pouring rain. But there's so many things, right? I know where I live in Ontario, Canada, we are back into lockdown. We have the highest numbers of COVID cases ever. Our ICUs are filling up. So there's that mounting stress as well, just thinking about that and like, should I look at the news today? Because it's not going to be good. So we're busy, okay? So Tracy said, yes, I'd be lost without my internet connection. I know, wouldn't we all? Seriously. The phone and TV, maybe not so much, but the internet, that is like literally, you need it. So here, now enough about my day and all the different things that you have to do during a day. I'm just reminding you of how intense our days can get and how busy we can get, and sometimes our days run away with us. So what are the things that you need to do consistently every single day and keep up to, okay? So those would be income producing activities. And those are the activities that you do to make sure that you are marketing and selling to get clients, right? Because that's what I talk about in here. And so a lot of people, what happens is they work in their business, or at least they feel like they're working in their business by consuming a lot of content, maybe thinking of ideas, maybe they're thinking about their offers, but they're really not putting their content out there. And once you realize that, right, that's kind of a mindset shift. Once you realize, oh, I actually have to stop listening to all these podcasts, going on all these Facebook Lives, although I love you guys for watching. But you are the content creator, right? If you're building a service-based business and showcasing your expertise, you really have to be that thought leader, right? That person that is coming up with the content and the ideas. And then you can't just like keep those ideas in your note paper. You have to then spread them out on the internet. And you think, okay, well, where am I going to put it? And it takes time to put it out. So here's what I'm going to teach you. I'm going to teach you how to do social media in like 2 hours. If less, okay? So you could, even if you had a full-time job or you had kids at home, you could maybe wake up 1 hour early or go to bed an hour late and just do what you need to do, okay? So now this doesn't mean that you be doing it alone. This does include support. So I want you to know that I don't do things by myself. And I know that it's too much if you do it by yourself because it is overwhelming. And you have to remind yourself that you're running a business, right? Just because it's online and just because you're starting a business where you're promoting yourself through social media and doing posting and it's creative and it's fun, it still is a business. So there's business activities you have to do, right? Sending invoices, setting up times to talk to people on your calendar system, sending out emails, right? There's so many things to do. And so it might seem to you that, do I have to do all these things? You don't have to do them all. I encourage you to think about the areas of your business that are your zone of genius that you should be doing. And these are the things that I think technically should be in your area of genius if you are a thought leader. And that is creating your content and becoming that thought leader and spreading that content out there. You can get someone else to do that for you, right? Okay, so here we go. All right, so today, or it depends, but today I did it today. I wrote my content for the week today, okay? So sometimes I do it on the weekend or the week before, but today I was a little bit behind, which is okay, and I'll tell you why. So writing your content. So what I do is I create 5 to 7 posts a week, okay? So those are value-based posts. I'll do 5 to 7 value-based posts. So those are posts where I am putting out educational posts, personal posts, stories about me, stories about my background, stories with my expertise, maybe putting some testimonials in there, but I'm writing 5 to 7 of those posts for the week, right? So that's it. That's all I have to do for the week, 5 to 7 of those posts. So how long did that take you? That doesn't take me too long. It might take me an hour, but it maybe 2 hours. Depends on how I'm feeling. So it could take 1 to 3 hours. But remember, that's writing 5 to 7 posts for the whole week. So I'll have to worry about it after I do it this one time, right? And you could do it on the weekend before the week. So this is what I do. I do 5 to 7 posts. Probably the least amount of time it would take is an hour because I could probably write a post in 10 to 15 minutes, right? That would be the shortest amount of time I would write a post is 10 to 15 minutes. And then if I'm dragging my feet or I'm not getting inspired and it's not coming to me, it might take 15 minutes to maybe 25 minutes to write one post, okay? So this is what I want you to start thinking about in your business is I really want you to think about allocating time for certain activities and those income producing activities. So getting your thought leadership out there weekly is income producing activity. So you should every single week think about what is the type of content I'm going to be putting out every week. And so for me, it's putting out social media posts. Now, those 5 to 7 posts, they get a lot of work in, okay? Not only do I use them this week, but then once they're done, I can repost them whenever I feel like it. So this is what I do. I have a content archive system in my project management system, which is called Trello, but you can use whatever you want. You can use Asana, you can use Trello, Airtable, Google Docs, whatever's works for you, right? Everyone's different the way they manage their content. And so what I do is I have a Trello board that has all my content in there. And so all my posts, all the posts I've written, so the content of the post is in my Trello board, as well as the image that I have to go with the post, right? So for instance, I have a ton of posts from previous weeks that I've written, right? So all those posts that I've written for social media, I've organized them in my Trello. Now, I also make sure that if it's for Instagram or LinkedIn, the posts are slightly different because there's a different character count in Instagram and LinkedIn. Facebook, you can just like go on and on and on in a post and make it really long. Where it's Instagram and LinkedIn, you have to have much shorter time to write what you want. So you do have to be aware of that. Otherwise, you'll be frustrated because then when you go to post something in LinkedIn or Instagram that you've posted on Facebook, if it's too long, it'll say, sorry, you can't fit this. So just make sure you do that. So on my Trello board, I definitely have a space for my LinkedIn and Instagram posts as well as my Facebook posts so that I don't get that messed up in terms of repurposing. So let's pretend that there is a week, and actually this happened last week. I feel like I didn't write 5 to 7 posts last week. So last week last week I was busy with my challenge. I was so busy with my challenge, right? Writing the workbooks, coming up with the content, making sure that I'm in good energetic space. So there's going to be some times where you are putting out a lot of input, right? You're doing a lot of things. And so my challenge weeks are usually that time, right? Because I'm coming on the challenge, I'm doing a lot of value, I'm making myself look really nice. It's just a whole bunch of different things, right? It's a lot of energy. And so I think I was maybe able to write 2 or 3 posts last week, maybe less. It might have been 2 posts. I can't remember, but I know I definitely did not write 5 to 7 new posts, right? I think I did 2 or 3. So did I beat myself up that I didn't do 5 to 7 posts last week? Did I think, oh my God, I can't believe you didn't do it? No, right? And a lot of people will do this, and what they'll do is they'll quit doing social media and they'll feel like, oh, well, I just guess I can't post. No. You post anyway, and you post the stuff that's already in your content archives. So that's what I did. So for I'll just tell you where I post. What I usually do is I post on my Facebook profile. I post on my Instagram. I post in my Facebook group, and I post in 5 other Facebook groups, and I post in LinkedIn. Okay, so those are the main places I post. I'm just trying to think if there's any other place I post. Sometimes I post on my Facebook business page because my Instagram automatically goes to my Facebook business page. So that's a lot of places to post. And so what I'll do is literally last week, because I didn't write all fresh content, I went into my content archives in my Trello, and then I took those old posts that I've done maybe 2 or 3 months ago, right? I don't take the post that I did the week before, right? I'm gonna go on my content archives and go backtrack to like a few months ahead, right? Because most people are not gonna remember the post that I wrote, and if they are, it's likely that they've been following me for a while and seen a lot of my stuff, so that's a good thing, right? And also, it's like seeing a commercial more than once. Sometimes that idea and that thing that you're putting across is like, oh, I get it now, right? And if you only just use a post once, it's just not worth it, right? Why make all those posts to just use it one and done, right? And so that's why for last week, for the areas in my business, like the areas that I was posting on social media that I didn't have extra posts or new fresh content, I just went into my content archives, looked back a few months ago, and then grabbed those posts and reposted them. Simple, right? And so I didn't feel stressed about it. I just reposted them. So that was one way to save time, is really think, how many posts do I really want to put out every week? And get that. Now I do 5 to 7 value-based posts, but I also do 5 to 7 sales posts. Now with my sales posts, I actually repurpose those every week. So I've already created my sales posts for my different opportunities offers, for my getting on my email list, check out an ebook, that kind of thing. So I've pre-written a lot of these posts and used them before, and I just reuse those. So now I don't really have to make new promo posts because I've written so many promotional posts. So if you are just getting started putting out your posts, you might want to create, along with the value-based posts, like 5 to 7 posts a week, you might want to create 5 to 7 promo posts, and then have maybe 4 or 5 promo posts per offer or whatever it is that you're promoting. So for instance, if I'm promoting join my Facebook group, I've written about 5 different posts, promo posts, to promote it, right? So they look different, the content and copy's different. And then from those 5 promo posts, I'll just change them up all the time. But I won't rewrite them. For say a sales call, to get on a call with me, I've written about I think I've written 7 or 8, can't remember how many I've written. I've written quite a few promotional posts to get on a call with me, and then I just reuse them. So I don't need to do fresh promo posts all the time, but I do like to have fresh value-based content. And what I'll do is I'll put those promo posts as well into my Trello, and I've put them as I know that they're promotional posts, and then I will, on my Trello board, I'll say what they're promoting, right? So it might be free call promotion and all the posts promoting a free call. It might be join my Facebook group promotion and all those posts where I'm talking about that, right? And so that is, like, guys, this is what you got to do. You have to start archiving your content so you're not feeling overwhelmed on those weeks that you're busy. And you're tired, maybe you get sick one week, if you have the system down, you never run out of content to reuse, and you save so much time. So I really, really like, this is the number one thing I recommend you do if you're a content creator and you're someone that does this, is that if you're not archiving your content, you're just gonna constantly feel like, oh my gosh, I have to write something new, and again, even just having the mindset of you have backup content, so it makes you feel better. So for instance, today I was a little late writing my content, because usually for the week I've pre-written my content, and today I just did it in the morning, and it was a little delayed, but it's fine. And part of me just said, okay, Megan, write as many posts as you possibly can, right? 5 to 7, but if you don't stress, don't worry about it. Just use the stuff that's in the archives. So I think I ended up writing 5 posts today, and I wasn't going to push myself. I wasn't going to say, oh, like, you just get that one more post done. No. So the area, because I promote in 5 different Facebook groups as well as my own 6 places, one of those Facebook groups got an old post of mine. Oh no, big deal. It's not a big deal. So it's out of all the Facebook groups I went in, the 5 Facebook groups as well as mine, I didn't think it was a big problem putting at least one old post into a Facebook group. What I did before making sure that post went into the Facebook group is I actually checked in the photos in the Facebook group to see when I last did that post. And I just made sure, is it really far? Can I see them? And it was way, way far down, so no one's going to remember that post. And if they do, awesome. They're going to be like, there's that girl again. So I want you to think like this. I want you to think to leverage your time as many ways as possible. And so if you think about that, that is literally, do I have a pen with me? No, I don't. That is literally, if you divide up 1 hour or 2 hours between 7 days a week or 5 days a week, that's no time at all writing your content, okay? So the next thing that you need to do is you need to put the content out there to the places that you decide you want your content. And so I mentioned that I put mine on my Facebook profile page, my personal page, my Instagram, I put it on LinkedIn, I put it in my own Facebook group, and I put it in 5 other Facebook groups. And that, I believe, is all the places I put my posts. Now, I put 2 posts a day in my Facebook group, and I put 2 posts a day in the other 5 Facebook groups, right? I'll do 1 value-based post and 1 promo-based post for that. Now, on my personal page, I just do 1 post. On my LinkedIn, I just do 1 post as well. Oh, I also do 3 emails a week. So that content. For the emails, what's different about the emails from the posts is just the emails I send. I have templates for those emails. So it literally, I swear guys, I'm not lying, it takes me probably 5 minutes to do an email. an email, because what I do is I usually use some of the content from the post into my email, and then the other emails I just use the content that is similar to the week before's email, because I usually send out an email reminding people that I'm going live on Mondays. I send out an email on Wednesday, to see the live, see it on my blog. So that's another piece of content I do on my blog. I'll say, hey, go check out on my blog. So that'll be the email for the blog. And then on Friday, I just put a value-based post on my email. So I literally copy and paste a post I've written, I put it in my email, and then I send it out. Now, if I'm doing challenges, if I'm doing special events, master classes, or launching something, I will do additional emails and I'll do more content, right? So that's why last week was busy and the week before was busy, because I was creating a lot more content to promote things. So I wasn't using my regular promo posts. I was creating all new promotional posts for my challenge. And so yes, there are going to be periods of time where you are creating more content, but I want you to know that it is very simple if you start templating the kind of things that you're doing. So like every type of thing that I do has a system to it. Like my blog has a system to the way I write the content in there and the way I embed the video on there. My email has a system. The way I write on my LinkedIn has a system. My Instagram has a system, and then the hashtag research is like goes in the comment below my Instagram, and it's actually my VA, my virtual assistant, who figures out the hashtags for me. Okay, so this is the other secret. I have a virtual assistant who basically does all my promoting. So all I do is write the posts, and then I put them into my Trello board. I upload the post, and I say my email is ready, and then all that stuff is in my Trello board. So so that maybe takes me about 30 minutes to 40 minutes daily to put the posts into my Trello, and to just do Trello management with her, to like have conversations with her and what to do. And I do that every single day, and I put everything in the Trello, and then I don't worry about it. And actually during Monday, I don't have to do that actually every day, sorry. On Monday, when I have all the posts finished, I actually then can just do it all in Trello on the Monday for the rest of the week. So I don't have to touch the Trello the rest of the week unless I'm missing a post or missing content. And so think about that. All I've done is done the writing of the content, and then all the promotional stuff on Monday or whatever day you choose, the weekend before or the week before, you just put it into your project management system for someone else to put it out. Okay, so that's what she does. She puts it out for me, puts out my content. And what I've done is I've created videos for her on how to do that, how to put the content out there. And once you do that, you don't have to touch your content. And I think that a lot of people, what happens is they get on social media and they get overwhelmed because there's so much to do, and they start, going down the social media rabbit hole where they're wasting time. Once you get on Instagram, you're scrolling and you're looking, and maybe you're having comparison with other people, or you're maybe looking at this Facebook Live and that Facebook Live, and then you waste so much time. Like you could waste hours just scrolling and thinking that you're doing work, but you're really not. You're just consuming. And you want to think of yourself as a creator, not the consumer, and that you're creating the content. And then that's why I try and stay away from social media as much as possible. When everyone's like, you're on social media all the time. Oh my gosh, I see you all the time. Well, I'm not really. Someone else is doing that for me, right? They're putting the post out. The other thing, so that's more your marketing. Now, in terms of the selling, to save time with selling, is there, I also have my virtual assistant do engagement for me. Now, I also do engagement and connecting with my potential clients, where I do a whole sales process. But if you have someone else that can engage on posts, other people's posts, or reply to things that people are posting on yours, it's going to save you a lot of time. What happens when you start getting busier? So, in the last year or so, my Facebook group's grown. It's not like huge, but it's still grown a lot more. And I get messages from people, and it takes time, right? Whenever someone sends you a message or a voicemail, a voice note, or someone's commenting on something in your group or on your personal page, right? When you're starting to consistently post, what happens is people comment on your post, right? When you're consistent with posting, people are going to be consistent with commenting. And so that takes time. It takes time to comment. It takes time to engage. And so if you're just posting but just leaving it and not commenting, you're not going to be building those relationships. And that's the key thing with selling, is you want to connect with people. And so what I noticed was happening is I was getting a lot more comments on my stuff. It would take me a long time. And so I said, I don't have time to do all this engagement. It's a lot, right? You know, if I do an Instagram post, what if I'm getting 5 to 10 comments? That's like, you have to go back to comment. You have to think about a good comment. It's a lot. And so I was like, no, this is taking me too much time. I'm going to get someone else to do this for me. So that's what I did. I said, okay, like I taught that person how to comment like me, to have my voice. And obviously this is not for everyone. Some people really want to take control of their social media and be the person commenting back. But I just find that she's really good at it and she knows my voice. And so, yeah, she does it great. She does it almost better than me. I actually messaged her the other day and I said, did I write this? Did you write this? This sounds like exactly like me. Like literally I saw a post in a Facebook group, because she does most of my, she actually does my commenting in other Facebook groups, whereas I do commenting in this Facebook group as well as my personal page and my Instagram. So I've kept those ones because they're kind of like personal to me. Who knows? I might eventually be like, comment on everything. But right now she's just commenting on those 5 Facebook groups. In those 5 Facebook groups, like 10 minutes a day or something in each Facebook group, or more maybe. And then she comments in them and likes posts in those Facebook groups. And sometimes I'll also go in those Facebook groups and comment and engage in them. But in this group, it's usually me. Well, it is me. On my personal profile, it's me. And on my Instagram, it's me. But she does all my Facebook group interaction. Although I have jumped in Facebook groups and done some interaction. If I'm just on my phone scrolling and I'm at, just hanging out on the couch, I'm like, I have time to do this. I'll just like check it out. But it's so good, because this kind of stuff can take you hours. It really can, especially when you start to get busy, especially when you start to post a lot and your content's out there. That's what happens. People start commenting and you have to respond. You can't just let that comment just sit there, right? So that's another trick, is to get someone else to do your engagement for you. I'm trying to think what else. Okay, I really think it's about creating systems. So, after I do this Facebook Live video, I have my virtual assistant download it, and then she creates a graphic for it, and then she uploads it to my IGTV. I used to do that whole process before by myself. That would take me a while, and I would have to take a photo of me, do the graphic in Canva, download it, upload it. Sometimes my phone wasn't working, so it wasn't uploading to IGTV. Then I have to make the caption. Then I have to figure out the hashtag. Like, that could take you half an hour or more, depending on your internet speed, right? And then I want to take that onto YouTube. I upload it onto YouTube, right? Or put it in my blog. Don't do that anymore. I just do the video here, and then I'm like, have fun with it, right? Spread it around. And I've taught her the system that I used to do to spread my content around. And that's the key thing. You want to know what your marketing system is before you hand it off to someone else. You want to know what's working, so that you're not asking them, oh, should I do this? Maybe this is the way I should do it. And you also want to find out, what are they good at, right? And I know that my virtual assistant loves creating graphics, and that's something that I don't love to do. I mean, I don't mind it, but I'm not the best at it. And so when I found that out, I said, hey, okay, why don't you create these graphics? So she created all the gorgeous graphics for my challenge. I just told her the text to put in them. And then what I did is I I had a Trello board of different inspirational ideas for the promo graphics. And then she just went and did it, and literally there were no changes. I was like, that's perfect. It's great. I don't have any changes. So, I mean, I'm lucky. I'm so lucky. But just like, see how I've decided to work in my zone of genius, which is writing the content and speaking, right? That's it. And coaching, obviously. And so this is what you have to think about. You have to think about, what are the things that I'm okay at, right? If you're a creative entrepreneur, you're probably good at a lot of things. When I first started, I was really good with HTML. I could design websites. I figured out Canva. I figured out how to do YouTube SEO. Like, I figured out all these systems in advance, right? And you're probably like that too. But if you keep doing those systems all the time by yourself, you're going to burn out. It's going to be exhausting, and you're just not going to have time to coach your clients. So the thing is at some point you have to let go, and you have to save time, right? because your time is your money, right? Time is money. And so you have to look at the tasks that aren't generating income for you, that maybe you're doing a Canva graphic. Should you be doing that Canva graphic, or should you be writing more content or showing up more? Probably showing up and writing more content, right? If you're wasting like hours creating a Canva graphic, it really is a waste of your time when you can just go to Fiverr, or there's other ways to find people to do things, right? You don't need to have your own virtual assistant. You can literally go to Fiverr or some of these places where people do that for $5, right? They create a graphic for you. So I think that like if you're wasting, say, an hour or 2 hours creating a graphic, how much money could you be saving if you're outsourcing that to someone else, right? And this is the time secrets that people don't really talk about. I mean, they talk about it a little bit, but a lot of people are like, oh, I don't know if I'm ready to hire. I don't know ready if I want to have a team help me with that. It's inevitable that you're going to feel stretched if you're doing everything. And what happens too is your clients won't get the best of you if you are doing everything in your business, right? And for me, I value my time. I really value my time. And you have to think about, what is your time worth? And is this task that I'm doing, like, can I give it to someone else and have them do it for a better price, or for, that's, yeah, I guess that's what I mean. You know what I mean, right? And so these are just some social media sales time secrets that I always knew, but I just didn't do them soon enough. And I would say, start doing these tasks, give other people these tasks quicker than you think you should be able to, because what's going to happen is when you free up time and space for yourself, you're going to have more energy, you're going to have more creative ideas, you're just going to feel so much more spaciousness for your zone of genius. And then what that means is you're going to be more attractive to your clients. You're going to show up with that like essence, that energy that only you have, and people are going to see it and they're going to feel it from you. Whereas if you're burning yourself out and exhausted all the time because you don't want to spend any money, or you don't want to outsource something because either you feel like you do it better and you're like maybe controlling that task, or you're like, I just don't know if I should spend the money on it. How much money are you literally wasting by doing these things, right? You're wasting a lot of time and money. And now I get it if you feel like you completely can't afford to do things, but you really can find things, people to do this for a reasonable price. And also, I want you to remind yourself that you're not building a hobby. If you're someone that is really chosen to do this, entrepreneurship, build your coaching business, whatever it is, you have to remind yourself that most business owners put an investment into what they're doing. They don't just, be like, I'm going to do everything, right? Let me give you an example. My sister and her husband own a wholesale bakery. Now, they weren't millionaires before they opened this bakery at all, right? So what did they have to do before they started their bakery? They had to invest, right? They didn't just go, we're starting a bakery, doing everything ourselves, and that's what we're going to do. Not at all. So they had to pay for equipment, right? They probably put it on a credit card. And that was expensive equipment because it's in a wholesale bakery, right? Like huge equipment. They had to pay to rent the space, right? They had to pay for, what else? Their drivers, right? Drivers to drive and deliver the items. They had to pay for people to help the pastry chef, right? Marshall, my sister's husband, is the main pastry chef and bread maker, but he can do it on his own. Like in the beginning, he did a little bit of it on his own, but very quickly they hired, right? They had staff very quickly because you can't work yourself to the bone, right? He was working 7 days a week. A lot of people that work in the French bakery industry, they are working nights. So he was exhausted. So he had to train up people to help them, right? Get assistance. None of this is like guaranteed. They didn't have any clients before they started, right? They had to pay. Oh, also they had to pay for the ingredients to make their pastries and their breads and that kind of thing. They had no money before, like I'm not saying they had no money, but they didn't have the amount of money that was needed to invest in their business in advance, right? They didn't have like multiple millions of dollars to just go, here you go, here's a free bakery. They would have had to take out money like loaned and credit card. Like most businesses have to do that, right? And so if you're building an online business and you're, in a sense, thinking that I can do it all and I'm going to do it all, I'm not going to spend any money or invest any money, you don't know the reality of business, right? Maybe you haven't been an entrepreneur before, maybe you don't understand business, but I really want to like remind you of that. And that's why I pay for support. You know, I pay for a one-on-one coach. I pay for an assistant. Like I pay for support because I know that I can't do this on my own. And I want you to constantly think about, how are most businesses built? Are they built by that person doing every single job? My sister opened a bakery. Would she be the one doing the pastry and doing the orders and doing this and doing that? Of course not. Like people would say, how can you do all that? How are you doing that? Right? People would understand that you have to invest in your business. So I want you to think of your business, like your coaching business and your online business, the same thing, right? Because even though it seems on the appearance that all we have to do is post social media graphics and show up, there's a lot more energy, right? You have to service your clients. You have to show up on social media. You need to reach out and do sales activities, right? You need to build relationships. You need to do the invoicing. You need to do, admin stuff. You need to do what happens if your website breaks down. You need to do your graphics. Like there's unending amount of tasks that you need to do, but we're sold online that there's not. That all you have to do is show up online, have nice branded photos, and then put the post out online. That's not reality. That is not reality. And so if you're trying to build an online business that way, especially a service business, whether it's a coaching business, maybe you're a wellness practitioner, maybe you're someone that sells Reiki services or whatever it is, like you're a spiritual entrepreneur, please do not buy what people are saying online, that all you have to do is do a beautiful photo and then write something and maybe show up on your Instagram and you're in business, right? Know that there's all these other elements and just equate your business to a real business. Like not just, hey, I'm on my laptop with my phone and things are easy for me. But there is a way to really help you with your time. And those are the time secrets that I talked about here. Those things where eventually, yes, maybe you do start that way where you're doing everything, but eventually you'll notice that, oh my God, I'm feeling burnout. This is too much. Then you make systems so that other people can do them. And then you'll be like, all I'm doing is spending 2 hours on social media a week. That's it, right? Even less. And so then you can show up in your, being your best, being your most fun, intuitive, energetic self. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I just want to give you a reminder that I am keeping the videos in my Facebook group, The Inspired Entrepreneurs, for the Sleaze Free Prospecting for Profits Challenge until this Friday, April 23rd. So if you want to watch those videos, definitely take a look at those before Friday. Comment on them because after Friday, I'm putting them down and I'm going to turn it into a mini course. So I want you to get the value of the booklets and the videos before I take them down. And if you are signed up for the challenge, that you're going to get the workbooks and videos. If you're just in the Facebook group, you won't. You're just going to have the videos because I'm only sending out the workbooks and the replays to people that are on the email list from the challenge opt-in page. So make sure that you opted in for the challenge. My booklets, the workbooks that go with the challenge are really jam-packed, and they just reinforce the training and they give you opportunity to brainstorm on the training and take notes. And I just take time to do those workbooks. So I really encourage you to get on the email list to get that. And then if you do sign up for the challenge, you can still comment on the challenge videos and comment in the group, because you will be put in to win one of the prizes. So definitely get on that. You have until Friday, and I'm very excited for you to watch those because they're really jam-packed with lots of content, because each of those trainings were at least 1 hour long. So I went above and beyond and I really prepared for those. So I hope you enjoy it, and thank you again for watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day or evening wherever you are in the world. Bye.